Browning Theater, and we'll start back there. The rest of you four, I'll send with Brett. You guys will go up to the Old Timers Lounge, and that's upstairs and down at the end of that long, dark hallway. One thing I do want to let you know, though, that long, dark hallway, we've heard a lot of people in the past say, you know, they hear things all the time. There's a restaurant right next door, and when people leave that restaurant and walk in front of the building, you can hear the clear as day. This is Dave.
Hi.
Hi, Dave.
He's actually
Dave.
He's actually our cameraman. He goes around and documents us throughout the night and just kind of records what we're doing and picking up and whatnot. So you'll see him kind of wandering around a bit.
Just ignore me.
As much as possible. So before we do begin, does anybody have any questions of any kind?
Is there certain spirits here?
From our direct experience, there has been, in fact, I believe it was last time we were here, while we were still setting up before everybody showed up, one person walked through the Browning Theater by himself carrying an audio recorder. And later on, when you reviewed it, you could hear two small girls playing back and forth, and you could hear them talking back and forth. You just couldn't make out what they were saying. Clear as day. There's also been reports of two children up by a statue. They call it the Gumby statue, and when you see it, you'll know why. Yes. It looks like Gumby. There's been reports of a small boy and a small girl that like to play a lot up in that hallway. One of the stories that was told to us was that one of the cleaning ladies that used to work here years ago, she was cleaning one night, and she was on that floor by herself. I guess she was in the building by herself. And they started to corner her where that statue is sitting now. And from what we were told, she was so scared, she was paralyzed in fear, that she stayed in that corner all night, afraid to go anywhere, until a staff member came in the next morning and was walking down that hall. She bolted down the hallway, took off out of the building, and never came back inside. There has been talk of a dark spirit here. Our team's direct impression of that is one of our investigators did almost get taken over. We actually have video documentation of her face actually morphing into a mouse. And so it was with a full spectrum camera. It was actually happened right over there in that lobby area. She wasn't even investigating at the time. She was just sitting there talking to one of her friends. Felt something just not right, like something coming on. And sure enough, we were able to actually see her face start to change.
Marianne, if I could have you face me again, close your eyes. Look at her face. See what I'm saying? And she has dark spots around her mouth, on her forehead. So just keep doing whatever you need to do to.
So that was another experience that our particular team had.
When you say not right, what do you mean?
If you ever kind of been in an area just to where you feel real jittery, you know, you get the chills, you just get that feeling like something is just not the way it's supposed to be. That's how she was feeling. She tried to shake it off, but obviously it didn't work. We ended up having to take her outside and saved her down for like a half hour before it finally went away. Now our team is a tech team. We rely on our equipment, we rely on what we catch. We don't rely quite as much on, you know, the psyche aspect of it and what we sense and what we feel. We have respect for people who do, and we've seen plenty of people who have been right on the money with some of our investigations, but that's not what our team is formed for. We just rely on what we can capture and be able to actually try to debunk. If we can't debunk it, then we call it a point of interest. You got the two children up there. You have the dark entity that they were talking about. Also in the Browning Theater, there was an act going on one time with the acting crew up on the stage. One of the actors looked up into the rafters and did see a small boy sitting up there looking down at him. He looked down for a minute, looked back up, and he was gone. Another report that was given to us was one of the spotlight operators up on the top level. He was up there, you know, just working the spotlight, and at one point they said he looked off to his right, saw a small boy curled up in a ball sitting right there. Looked away, looked back, and obviously there's a lot of history here, and there's a lot of things back then that they didn't really keep good records of. So it really could be anything, to be honest with you. That's just a few of them, and I'm sure we'll be thinking of more throughout the process. So hopefully we'll get you guys some of your own experiences tonight. At least you can see what we do. A lot of the time what we're doing is extremely boring. Talking to yourself in the dark, hoping something responds. Pretty much all it is. But once you do start getting those responses or those replies, then you really start losing track of time and start really focusing on, okay, could it be this, could it be this, and that's what we want. We want to find logical reasons for why people are experiencing what they are. So if you have doubts, feel free, let's try to debunk them. If you think it's vibration, whatever, let's try it out. Let's try to verify that's the case. And let's all learn from this and kind of get our own little experiences and our own opinions about it. So, is there any other questions? Good. So I'll take you four. We'll go that way into behind the Browning Theater. Brett will take the rest of you upstairs and over to the Old Timers Lounge. And we'll just kind of show you a little bit about how we investigate. Okay? Okay, so if you guys want to go ahead.
Okay, so for the record, this is the Union Station investigation on October 7th, 2011 with about 10 or 11 meetup people. And this is the group that's gone off with Brett for a little while.
If you need me to show you where the flashlights are, let me know by showing me some sort of sign.
Okay, Neil, I'm going to jump in here for a sec. One of the reasons I'm on the team is because I'm the team skeptic. I don't take a lot at face value, okay? You all heard this thing kick on a while ago, right? There's a lot of vibration coming off of that. If you walk back to this door back here, you put your hand against it, you can feel the vibration going on. So, when it comes to any kind of testing you're doing or any kind of equipment or any kind of thing, you want to kind of eliminate any logical explanation for why it could be occurring. In this case, there's some vibration that could possibly be part of the reason these flashlights are going on. That doesn't necessarily explain the whole time, but in the sense of, quote, science approach of it, you want to keep that kind of stuff in mind as well, because it's not always paranormal.
Here, so David can probably shoot. I'm just kind of, I'll shoot whatever as we go.
This is everybody?
No. Sorry.
It did. Can you do me a favor? Can you go over to that basement door and can you see if anyone went down there? Because I swear to God I just heard it shut.
Sure. That one?
Yeah.